Hello everyone and welcome to Daria Draws. Today's transformation will be a little more drastic than usual because normally I would take an old painting and enhance it, but this time I'm changing everything from color palette to the pose. So I'm just using the bones of the composition and making a whole new painting out of it. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the before, and as you can see, it really needs help. The hand just looks like a claw and the proportions are way off, the hair is too weird. So I'm just starting off by taking out all the crusty paint and unnecessary textures. I don't want to give away what I have planned for the painting right off the bat, but I am going to transform the color palette from what you have seen, like a more pastel pink blue, into orange and blue. So it's going to be a lot more vibrant, and I'm just preparing some shades for the skin and the hair as well as the background. I wanted to create a very fresh summery palette so that you can actually feel the heat coming off of that painting. The first step would be to recreate the outlines, and as I said, I will be changing the pose a little bit, so I do need the new structures. And of course I'm using a diluted, like a brownish blue that would match the overall painting and recreating the posture that I need. I decided to raise her arm and make her look into the distance, and this kind of pose just was inspired by the upcoming summer and a swimming pool more specifically, so the blues will really be the main attraction of the painting. Also, I didn't want the figure to be too pale, and I decided to go for more tanned shades, as if she was out in the sun for quite a while now. I'm slowly getting rid of the old painting, and the new one starts to show more and more with each stroke, which of course is very exciting. And I like how I chose this color palette, and you know, like the hair is going to be orange and so will be the skin, but there will be different oranges, and the same thing goes with the background and the swimming suit. Both of them are blue, but they have different shades of blue in them, so they will not be kind of blending in with each other, but they will be supporting and giving even more of that monochromatic almost look to it. I'm slowly starting to build the shapes of the new figure using some midtones and even lights in certain places, and of course the shoulders and the arms and the chest will be a little bit more lit than the face that she's covering with one of her hands, and her legs will also be just a little bit more muted than the upper area of the body, just because they are a little bit further away from the sun. Apart from building the shapes, I also want to build certain character, and a facial expression, even though it is not very detailed now, is slowly appearing. Also, I have to mention that I do not have a model for this painting, so it is basically from my imagination and a little help from the anatomy. And just like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, it is important to have this believable factor, like when the viewer would look, they would see an actual figure and not just a poorly executed idea. I'm making the shadows a little cooler on the figure since the scene is set outside, and as we know, we have a lot of cool reflective surfaces when we're outside, and especially when you're by the pool, you have a whole lot more blues in there. Slowly the lights are emerging and the contrast is getting more visible. Also, the lights are on the warmer side, and yeah, as I said, the shadows are on the cooler side, so we have the contrast not only between like light and dark, but also with warm and cool. I don't want to have too many details on the hands, but still mentioning a couple of nails and some shadow in there makes it look a little more tangible. Even though the upper body is mainly covered in the swimming suit, I still want to show some definition in the body so that it kind of connects the entire figure. For the background, I decided to go with the pattern that the swimming pool tiles usually have under the water, so that they're not perfectly straight but a little bit wavy. And I'm continuing on adding light so that the forms look a little bit more three-dimensional, because the more contrast you have, the more round the shapes appear. hand did take quite a while to figure out because of the intricate position, but I think it did work out in the end. I managed to get all the finger shapes right. And I'm brightening up the background just a little bit to add more to that swimming pool feel. In certain places that even helped with creating more contrast between the shape of the figure and especially the hand that's raised up and the background. And of course, one of the finishing touches is adding the reflexes onto the background from the figure, so you will have some orangey strokes floating around. Here we go, this is the end result. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more content from me, just subscribe to this channel. That keeps it growing and keeps me motivated to post more. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.